I shouldn't be doing this because, so I got sick last month, and then I got sick again last week, and, kind of the same, but still different, but I went to the doctor in the end to, see what was going on, because I figured maybe it's bacterial or something, or maybe they have an answer that they can then be like, here's some meds to help the biological war going on in your body and, make the evil side surrender or whatever. But, no, just turned out it's viral and I just have to wait it through, which sucks. But yeah, hi you guys. Kind of just felt like giving you guys a little update on life, besides being sick. And, yeah, I've had an interesting week. Monday we had a giant blizzard come through, and I tried to go to class, but then it ended up that I could hardly drive. Like, my car, I've been able to drive places in my car, and it's a 2-wheel drive, no problems really. Like, I just had to be careful, take it slow, whatever. And even with all of that experience and knowledge, my car still couldn't do anything because it was super slick out. So I decided to not go to class, and then managed to get myself to a Starbucks and ended up studying all day. But in the end, it was a good thing, because if you followed my Facebook, if I were to have managed to get myself to class on this other route that I really didn't want to take anyways, I would have been stuck in a pileup. Which, my car's special to me. I like having a car. It's handy. Don't want it to get stuck in a pileup or, yeah. But, yeah, so I did that. And then, everything was good, and went to class on Tuesday. Went to class yesterday, but then I started getting sick again. I got this really horrid sore throat. But when I went to the doctor last Friday, they gave me a prescription for some cough syrup that I hadn't gotten yet, because they didn't really say I would need it, but if it turned out that I was having a really bad time with my throat, that I could get it and see if that would help. And it didn't start getting that bad until I'd say maybe Wednesday afternoon. It was kind of starting to bug me. I woke up with a coughing fit the night before, and so I went and got the prescription, but I didn't get to take it until I got home after class when my throat was awful. And but yeah, and I'm doing better. Just kind of a scratchy throat, if anything. Honestly, I kind of like when my throat is scratchy. I don't know why. I kind of have this affinity towards a scratchy throat. Maybe it's a wise man thing. I don't know. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I have been having a time to read, and also because I've been I've been putting some of my homework off to the side now and again, because I want to read because I have Daylight War. And so that's been the biggest inspiration for me to read right now is Daylight War. And although it's slow going, I could have finished it within a week, but I'm busy, so it's taking me a little longer. But I kind of wanted to let you guys know I'm sitting in my car in a parking lot before my next class, so that's why there's a bright light in my face now, because there's a set of headlights that just turned on across from me. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know what I thought so far of Daylight War. And so far, I absolutely love it. Brett is pretty much known for giving you backstories with characters. And he does the same thing like he did in Desert Spear, where you get a backstory for, a good portion, and then goes back to the story. And some people, I was, reading a couple reviews online for a little bit, and, one person was like, oh, it's awful because he did it before, blah, blah, blah. And it's I like it. I get to know the characters more, especially when I hate them. And then you read the backstory and you actually feel bad for them, or they become favorites. And so yeah, he does that again, this time with Enevra. And, or Enevra? I think that's how he says it's pronounced. I just like to call her Enevra. But anyways, she has quickly become my favorite character in this book, without a doubt. I never cared for Rena. I just feel like Rena is trying to be that cool female character, but she still has that whininess or that neediness that makes me think of really annoying woman. Kind more along the lines of, she gets easily jealous, and I don't care for that. I also don't really care for her attitude, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, so, there's bits and pieces with Rena at the beginning that I had to make into a chore to read through, because then it meant that I got to get back into Inevra's stuff, and Inevra is pretty freaking sweet. And what I also like, so I like novels that the author isn't afraid to get, raw and gritty with the writing and the story, and Brett does that really well. He is not afraid to write of some pretty uncomfortable things that most people I know would be really uncomfortable with writing. And for me, it actually, I had texted a friend, and I was like, dude, this book is getting me going. It's like, okay, that's weird. And it's like, this is why I like fantasy more than romance novels, is that if you get a good author that can write things that are raw and gritty and true and natural, or are intriguing enough, that I'm like, yeah, this is so much more interesting than romance novels. Part of me, I want to read 50 Shades of Grey just to, read it and say I read it. But I don't think it'll really get me going as well as this book does, as, Daylight War does. I'll probably be like, okay, those are some interesting ideas. Maybe fun ideas. I've heard some stuff. But probably won't get me that excited. Excuse me while I cough. But yeah, so I thought I was done with coughing. I guess not. But yeah, so Daylight War so far is phenomenal. I still have a ways to go, but basically, I just want to read all the bits with Inevra. I just want this entire book to be with Inevra. Arlen, okay, yeah, cool. He was, one of my favorites. Jardir, yeah, he was enjoyable in the second book. And, other characters, yeah, they were fun. But in this book, I just want to read Inevra's stuff. It's kind of oh, it's oh, here's Arlen, but then Rena's with him, and I don't care for it. And then it's, Leisha and Roger, and it's yeah, that's cool and all, but meh. And, yeah, I just want to read all of Inevra's stuff. She's easily my favorite character now. So, yeah, I'm going to cut it now because we're getting up to about the 8-minute mark, which is silly. But I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope none of you are getting sick. Being sick sucks. I hope none of you get a flu of some sorts. Because if you do and you have to go get it, get tested for the flu, it's really awkward. I'll just say, yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping I get this book done by, next week, because I have a break next week, so I'm hoping I might get some time in to read more. But I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you guys later, and hopefully this is the last time I get sick for many, 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 many months, because I don't like being sick. Bye.